Hi everybody, tea here. You know it's me because, hey, my cup says so I must be tea. Anyway, we're going to make turkey meatloaf today. It should be really good. It sounds good, but I got this recipe from my pulmonary rehab, so it's going to be a little lower calorie and a little better for you. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? I hope you enjoy. Alright, let's get started. Turkey meatloaf. I already have my 2 pounds of turkey in here. Turkey is a lean meat, as we all know. This is ground turkey breast, actually. And about an ounce of ground turkey breast equals about 120 calories. So we're definitely well on the way to a very low calorie meatloaf. Next thing we're going to put in there is a cup of quick oats, just your regular old, quick oats. Throw that in there. We're going to add some spices in there, and in here I have a tablespoon of dried oregano, 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped basil, and a teaspoon of minced garlic, and we're going to throw that all in there. Noms. Next thing we're going to add is some cheese. Now, the Parmesan cheese, this is grated Parmesan cheese. And you would think with cheese is pretty high in calories usually, and a lot of high in fat. But Parmesan cheese is only about 20 calories per tablespoon. Yes, there's a lot in here, but watch what you eat. So there's our Parmesan. Next thing we're going to add is this is a mixture of Worcestershire sauce and low sodium soy sauce. You're going to put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire. Okay, and the last thing we're going to add is a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. Now, a lot of people use ketchup, and you can absolutely use a 1/4 cup of ketchup for sure. I use tomato paste. I also use organic tomato paste because I really am that obnoxious. Anyway, comes in a little tube like this. Really love this stuff. It is tomato paste, a little bit of salt in it, but it's mostly just tomato. I like that. Anyway, now that we got it all together, we now are going to mix it. I use my hands. Some people use this. I don't. I use my hands. My brother-in-law makes a joke about this, he says, but he's talking about the old-fashioned hamburger using the ground beef. But he talks that when they were growing up, they were all very automotive. All of them worked in the automotive business, and they'd come home with really greasy hands, and they could get it clean, but it was hard for them to get it clean out of underneath their fingernails. So they talked about that's when they were able to clean their under the fingernails very well, is when they made meatloaf and they mixed it like this, which is kind of gross but kind of funny too, because I remember as a kid that if you had a cut and you went to help mom with the meatloaf, all that tomato sauce and onions and stuff used to really kill your cut. Anyway, now that you got it really well mixed, she's going to wash her hands. Give me 1 second. Now that we have it all mixed, we're going to put it in a pan here, which I'm going to spray with a spray. Any old spray would work. I use Pam vegetable. The reason you want to spray it is turkey has no fat. There's very little fat in there. It will stick to your pan. Anyway, we're going to dump that sucker in there. Get it all purified. Now, a lot of you, like me, screwed up making the meatloaf with the potatoes and the carrots all around, and you can still do that, but for the purpose of this video we're only doing the meatloaf. So there's our meatloaf. It's going to go into the oven at 400. It's going to bake for 45 minutes, maybe a little longer. You probably do want to go ahead and check it and make sure it's cooked all the way with your meat thermometer. Poultry, I think it should be at about 165 internally with your meat thermometer to make sure it's all done. Anyway, let's go stick this in the oven. So there you have it, our turkey meatloaf. It looks delicious. It smells heavenly. Oh, this smells so good. Anyway, let's cut it open. Let's see what happened. Ready? As a kid, I love the end piece of meatloaf. Oh, look at that. Does that not look fabulous? Goodness, look at that. Can you see how pretty that is? That's delicious. That looks delicious. Now, let's try it. It's hot. Me and trying foods when they're too hot to eat, you know? Do it a lot. I just end up like burning my tongue, but anyway. That's delicious. You know what's even funnier? Look who wants a bite. Right there. You want some too? What do you say, Taz? Say, no me, Mom. Me want some too. Anyway, boys and girls, have a good day. Again, I got turkey on my face. Anyway, again, have a good night. It's tea. Bye-bye.